right. So, just a little bit of work off camera earlier today. Um, Yesterday I left off, I was doing something weird with the dates in the SQL, but figured that out. And it looks like it's working really well. So like you can kind of see here, let me see if I can zoom this in a little bit. So like the way I have this kind of laid out is each line is an event. Oh, actually, it's a ticker. So I basically got 1 day of data. So this is basically January 1st to January 2nd, 2018. And each one of these is analyzing every ticker for those days. And so what it is it's whether or not there's a trade and then what type of trade it is. So this is not a trade, and false is a buy. Yeah, false is a buy and true is a sell. I'm pretty sure that's how I set it up. Let me see. Yeah, because the parameter is sell. So if sell is true, then you sell. And then so this is the average. Let's see what it is. This is the average. This is what it currently is, and this is what the previous one is. And so basically, the way I set up my cumulative moving average is if the previous was more than the average and then the existing one is less than the average, then you would sell because the stock is trending down. And then so like here this would be a buy event because the previous was lower than the average, but the next stock price was higher than the average, so that's a buy event. But then right after that is a sell event, so that's like within a minute right there. It's a buy and a sell. So and then like most of these are false, right? Because if we go back to the moving average stuff, right? Like depending on how many averages you have, like this is 100, and that's actually what I was doing. The majority of the time you're not buying and selling, but then anytime there's an event, you're going to buy or you're going to sell type of thing. And so I kind of want to work on plotting this stuff because I feel like it'd be neat to see where like the average line crosses over some of this stuff. So, and I think instead of doing a buy sell, I'll just do like a type here. Call it type, and then I guess I'll go through all these. So, what did that do? So type, this was a sell, true, so this will be a sell. This will be a buy. And instead of saying action.sells, we type. Let's do it again. Yeah, cuckoo. Sweet. So I had no doubt that it's working. So the couple things that I have to build out are one, probably some plotting, which would be cool, but then also two, the infrastructure to basically figure out what, if I'm making any money basically on these trades. So I'll need like an initial investment, and then like I'll need to kind of calculate what's the percentage of, or like how much do I own when I buy, like with whatever my first buy event is. And then, when I sell, how much do I own? Yeah, that type of stuff. So I might try to work on that a little bit. Because that to me is far more interesting than plotting it. Like I said, I have no doubt that this is actually working, because it's just math. So, and math just works, especially in code. But actually, this is the 100 buffer. I'll just do buffer instead of 10 buffer, because I can just set the buffer based on the slice. And this 10 buffer, I'll place all these. There we go. Cool. So that was actually a 200 moving average. But yeah, so like let's get an initial investment here. So convert the time to epoch. All right. Initial investment. We'll call it if you would call it like a position, what would you call that? What's a stock holding called? I don't know what it. I guess I'll just call it stock. I just call it initial, because. So let's say I'll start with $1,000. Cool. So I'm gonna need to do some math, and what I'll do is basically I'll say actually I'll just do like another function basically. I'll call it trade, and then I'll do type and position, something like that. I don't know, like what. I'll just say just call it stock, I guess. I don't know. All right, so if type equals by do something, if type equals cell, do something else. So by, so I'm gonna need the price as well. So if I buy, then basically taking the stock So I'm buying a certain percentage of whatever the coin is. So so basically, you know what? I'm gonna do. I'll call it portfolio maybe. Portfolio, the price. Yeah, I'll just do something like that because like it'll be interesting because like basically when I buy, I'll have dollars and I'll convert that into the coin. So it'll be um, portfolio equals portfolio divided by price. And then when I do a sell, portfolio is going to equal the portfolio times the price. And then I'll probably return portfolio. Interesting. Very, very interesting. So let's just try this out and see what happens. So let action equal that. So if action dot type, well, I'll say if action dot trade, and then if action dot type equals buy. Actually, I can just pump that into the function, so it'll be portfolio equals trade action dot type portfolio, and then action dot current. And I'll console.log the portfolio. Yeah, I'll do something like that. It's going to be a little confusing because like it's going to sometimes be in crypto and sometimes it's going to be in dollars. So I don't know, we'll just try something like that. Let's just see. Wow. Somewhere in here I made quite a bit of money. Right here. Something went really wrong. Um, yeah, I was like losing money basically the whole time until that one. It's weird. What happened there? It must have been um It must have been when it was in, somehow it was in dollars and it multiplied it by the price. Yeah, that's definitely what happened. That's weird. Let me try that again. I mean, it should be exactly the same, but it's super weird that that would even happen. Man, I just lost money right up until here. Actually, I continued to lose money. Alright, so I need a stock and a portfolio. I'll just call it like holdings and stock. Alright, and then instead of this, I'll do this holdings. Let stock equals 0. Alright, and then when I buy stock, it'll be holdings stock. So if it's a buy, stock equals holdings divided by the price, and here holdings equals stock times the price. Yes. And then I'll return, how do you return? I guess I'll just return an object, it doesn't really matter. Stock, holdings, and actually this one, holdings will equal 0, and stock equals 0. And then what I'll do is I'll just say current, and this will be current dot stock, current dot holdings. I don't know, try something like that and see what happens. Current is not defined. Oops. Why is it 0, 0? Why is holdings always 0? Holdings started out as 1,000. So when I sell, for some reason, holdings, let's see what this does. Stock is always 0. Stock. Oh. 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 Here we go. There we go. And then this will be current. Holdings in current. That's stock. And then I'll update current here. There we go. What? Come on. Stock is still 0. Oh, it's actually doing it, but then did I lose all my money? What is going on? Why is it screwing up some of these? I think it's if I sell twice in a row. Oh, okay. It's like, well, it's weird that I would even be able to sell twice in a row, though. Like, it should always be a buy and then a sell. So I'll say if sell and stock not equal to 0, and holdings not equal to 0. Let's try something like that, because then there we go. All right, I did lose all of my money. I lost half of my money in a single day. Look at that. I started out with $1,000. My first trade, I lost $20. Then I lost $3. Then I lost $2. Then I lost $5. What? Why is this so bad? Why is it so bad? I guess I should look at the price throughout the day. Let's see what the because like if the price just continually goes down that day, then 13,664. Nope. Price. I mean, the price did fluctuate a lot. That's wild, man. So if I did 100, let's do 300. Oh. So if I do, so if I do 200, okay, that could be why. So if I do 200, then I have to do at least 200 in the buffer length. There we go. Now I'm losing less money, but I'm still losing money. So let's do 100. How much do I lose on 100? Oof, lost a lot. Let's do 300. Oof, still not good. Wow. This is interesting, folks. So I'm still interested to see though, like, and that's the advantage of kind of like plotting some of this out, is why am I able to sell twice in a row? Why is there a sell event without a buy event? I could get rid of this await. I wonder if it's something like that where I'm like doing it out of order. No, it wasn't that. I mean, this shouldn't change anything. Yeah, it should be the same. Excuse me. It's crazy that, like, if I were to just do this in real life, I would have lost $400 in a day. Wow. Oh, hey. Made money on this trade. It's like I got stuff backwards. Oh, I made money on this one. Yeah, it'd be interesting. Maybe I should work more on the plotting first before I dig too deep into the figuring out how much money I would make. Let me try 10 here. Because this is interesting. Wow, I lost even more money. And there we go again. I got 2 buy events. In a row. Yeah. This is interesting. You know, I'm interested. Let me try something here. There's an average for the last 24 hours that I can pull from the database. So instead of doing, well, actually, I'll do open, but then I'll also do average. Average. I'll pull that from the database. And where do I do that? Backtest, ticker data. And instead of doing the average here, I'll or instead of like passing the array and doing the average, I'll just pass in the average. Let's call it maybe. I'll say if AVG equals null, then average is the cumulative. But then if it's not, okay, there we go. All right, so now I can pass through this average, which is going to be ticker dot average. Wow, did even worse. This is tough, man. Wow. Yeah, this is gonna be interesting. And you know, that's something that like I've heard is that like this intraday trading is really tough. Right? Like I'm technically here I'm making like, you know, a few hundred trades in a day, which is like not what you want to be doing. Yeah, a lot to think about. For sure. All right, well, I'm kind of stumped, but I'll probably be back again tomorrow for a little bit. Yeah, it could be because the stock is like super volatile. Like, I almost need to do like, let's try like 1,000. 1,000, I definitely lost less. I still made several trades. Let's try 10,000. I don't even know how many data points there are. No trades. All right, let's do 2,000. Nothing? How many points are there? There's 1,400 points. All right, so let's open this up to be like a month or something, or like, I don't know, 2 weeks. I'm still losing all my money. Crazy, man. This is nuts. This is nuts. Oh, and let me put this back to nothing. That's super weird. Yeah, alright. This is interesting. Something to think about. I might have to do some more reading on how to actually make money with a simple moving average, with a cumulative moving average. I can try some of the other weighted, like the weighted moving average and the exponential moving average and stuff like that, so. Well, I'll have to do that, but until next time, it's been fun. Luckily, we didn't lose real money.